Hey guys, Diz Life Mark here, and I want to tell you all about the official travel partner here at Chip & Company. Let our good friend Sarah at Destination to Travel help you plan your next Disney vacation. Sarah specializes in planning dream vacations for your family. She's an authorized Disney vacation planner, and she can help with every step of your magical vacation. The best thing is that her services are 100% free. Want to travel beyond Disney? Sarah has you covered there too. Want to find out more? Fill out a trip request form over at the website at Chip & Co. or email her directly at sarahsolberg@d2travel.com. Start planning that dream vacation today. Email her at sarahsolberg@d2travel.com.
Hello, fellow fans. I'm Mark. You now with me is my co-host with the most. It's Bryan.
Hey, everyone.
All right, this is UWF, and we're lighting things up as it starts.
All right, let's do this one last time.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Football is life.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
X never, ever marks the spot.
Is Star Wars the one with the little wizard boy?
This is the way.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Ah, chills. Literal chills.
Hello, fellow fans. Thank you all for uniting with us as we talk about all things fandom. Please give us a rate or review wherever you listen so we can connect with more fans out there on the Chip & Company Podcast Network. Follow UWF on Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, and Discord to have more fun with us. Bryan, are you ready to lighten things up on UWF Lite?
Let's do it.
So, friends playing at home, Bryan has a really fun countdown because we're going to give each topic 1 minute after the topic is read. That way we keep things going, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Bryan, would you like to give them an example of a countdown?
I mean, they'll figure it out pretty quickly. You just know it's time to stop talking. If you ever watch PTI, it's going to be like this.
Yes. So I have a bad habit of rambling, so this is going to get me on it, just like I'm kind of rambling now. All right, Bryan, stretching. Okay.
Right. We're trying to fit in, what was it, 17 topics in this
Something
podcast?
like that. We're going to figure it out.
We missed one week. We missed 1 week because I had an emergency at work, so I apologize for that. You did, however, if you wanted to get some of United We Fan in there, I took our formula over to Diz Life Podcast. We crowned the bracket champion of the best Disney soundtrack. So go check that out.
Woo! And then if you are on our Instagram, we did share on May the 4th our prequels episode from the archives. So check out that one if the force is strong with you.
We should have just re-released that we missed that opportunity.
Bryan, it's a really early episode. It was
the volume.
It was
The
it was
audio
season one
quality's
material.
not great. Yeah, audio quality's not great. All right, are you ready? On your mark, get set.
All right, Bryan. So the first category is it's gonna be May. Well, it's already May. I want to hear your Rushmore of NSYNC songs. Go.
Rushmore of NSYNC songs.
Yes.
It's Bye Bye Bye, Dirty Pop.
Okay. We did do an episode NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. Check it out. Great guest host Sarah.
Let's see.
I'm gonna say Bye 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 as well. It's
Tearing
gonna
Up
be
My
me.
Heart, and it's gonna be me.
Yeah, this I Promise You and Tearing Up My Heart. Yeah, good choices. Well, hey, we're off. I mean, that didn't even take a minute, so we're doing okay, right?
We're doing fine. So let's end that, and we'll move on to the next one.
All right, Bryan, this one is, we talked about it May the 4th. I want to hear your thoughts as to why Star Wars Episode 1 is not the worst entry in the saga. What is, you feel, the weakest entry in the saga? And have you gone back to the theaters to catch Episode 1 in theaters?
Yes, I saw Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace on May the 4th. Shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. where I was. And let's see. It's not the worst entry. Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker is the worst entry because it's the only one that tried to placate to the fans and did not do anything that it should have. Darth Maul, if nothing else, prevents that film from being the worst film in the entry. But it's not even the worst prequel. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones is the worst prequel.
Yes. I feel like the prequels are aging very well. I was very happy to see that so many people went to the theaters to see Episode 1, and it is definitely one of my favorite Star Wars soundtracks. John Williams, legend.
The reason prequels are aging well is because Dave Filoni exists.
It's true. It's true. All right. Bryan, we're going to stick with a galaxy far, far away and talk about the new trailer that just came out for Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy on Disney Plus with Sith Lord Jar Jar. Not exactly the comeback I wanted for Jar Jar. Misa thinks it's going to be pretty good, though.
They actually got Ahmed Best back, which is kind of exciting. Jar Jar annoyed me in my in that theater rewatch. He's just so annoing. I thought we were going to talk about the Acolyte trailer. Hopefully that's on our list of 17 things.
Sure, we can throw that in.
So, yeah, no, I mean, it's Star Wars What If. It's going to be fun. I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, the preview looked really great. When you got Duel of Fates in a trailer, everyone locks in. It's going to be on Disney Plus, which made me happy because I was worried it was going to be a video game, even though you and I did talk about on a recent episode how much we love the Lego games. So I'm glad. It's going to be a movie, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
September 13th.
Woo! Bryan, you brought it up. We're going to stay in a galaxy far, far away with the Acolyte trailer. I'm excited. The trailers for this keep getting better and better, I feel like, which is something different. Usually it kind of starts off weak, but now it started off great for me. Even the poster with the bloody lightsaber, I still remember that. I'm excited, and doesn't it come out very soon?
June 4th, so very, very close. Did you see Phantom Menace in the trailer or in the theater?
I will be seeing it the week of this recording.
So if you stay after the credits, you will see a scene from the Acolyte. Nothing insane. She's still Trinity from The Matrix. You'll know what I mean when you see it. But
you.
no,
She
that
was in
show
Red Planet
looks
without
awesome.
Homer.
It's potentially going to introduce a more proper introduction of the Knights of Ren. We'll see. I'm excited about it.
Do you think it'll be better than Obi-Wan?
It has to be.
Oh, okay.
This is kind of working.
Bryan, we talked recently about Star Wars Episode 1 being re-released in theaters, but this year we've had Spider-Man movies re-released, Shrek re-released, Lord of the Rings is coming back to theaters.
The Mummy?
The
Mummy?
The Mummy is back in theaters. I love all of this. The nostalgia in me is going to the theaters to watch it all, but what I love is that they're doing well. The Spider-Man re-releases are doing extremely well. Star Wars did really well.
Star Wars was second on the weekend behind The Fall Guy.
Yeah. My only thing about the Spider-Man movies were they only had nighttime showings, which did not go great for my work schedule. So, old man, I know. But I love it. Do you love them re-releasing movies?
I wish they did it. I wish it wasn't all at the same time because of a writers and actors strike. I wish it was just kind of a common thing. But 25th anniversary, I'll spoil it. We're getting old.
Yeah, we are. Bryan, you brought up The Fall Guy. I did see The Fall Guy. Quick review. It is my favorite movie of the year so far. I laughed. The action was great. The acting was on point from Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. The director did Bullet Train, Deadpool 2. I loved every minute of it. I can't wait to go see it again. Please go to the theaters and watch it. This is a movie that will not disappoint you at all. I can't wait to own it and rewatch it many, many more times. So also great use of the song from Kiss. So
seems like a flimsy concept for a film. I wasn't sure how they were going to be able to build a film off of it, but it seems like it's doing well. Was it worthy of taking out the Waterworld stunt show at Universal Hollywood?
That was temporary. Waterworld Stunt Show is arguably one of the best stunt shows at a theme park. And yes, to answer your question, and I also learned that it's based on an older TV show with Lee Marvin.
And Ryan Gosling showed up at the stunt show day one.
Gosling. All right. Yeah.
Back to the beginning.
All right, here we go. Patrick, listener of the show in our Discord group, asked us a random Rushmore. Bryan, woo! He wanted to know of Disney food and drinks, 4 of them that we wish we could eat or drink. Would you like me to go first?
Go ahead.
Mushu's Kanji breakfast from Mulan. Remy's Ratatouille. The cheese pizza from a Goofy movie. I'm not a huge cheese guy, but for some reason it always looks good. And Kronk's spinach puffs from Emperor's New Groove.
My spinach puffs.
Yes.
I only had one answer to this, and it was that meal from Hook, which isn't even technically a Disney movie, but I'm going to count it anyway.
No.
I'm going to count it anyway because it's a Peter Pan property.
What?
Leave me alone. I don't care about food, man. The cheese pizza, from a Goofy movie is a great call out though. Yeah. Let's see. What else? I don't care about Ratatouille.
What? The gray stuff.
I got nothing. I've had the gray stuff. It's fine. I apologize. We're out of time.
I know.
Which means I can't answer.
Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. Check us out on Discord. Bryan, the Met Gala happened recently. Did you see any fashions that we can one day see you wearing? One day maybe see you possibly wearing? Is it changing your outlook on your fashion? And what kind of style do you think you would support at the Met Gala when United We Fan is invited to it?
I hate the Met Gala so much. That entire thing is ridiculous. Did you see the person that was in like a giant umbrella basically that went all the way to the floor? Did we ever figure out who that was?
No.
Did you see it? It was like a hand like came out of it, but it was like an umbrella, and like you genuinely couldn't see who was inside of it.
I'm sure our listeners will let us know. Honestly, I forgot about it.
It's not, dude. The Met Gala is not my thing. Like, just not my thing.
So it did not impact your styles in any way.
Can you see me wearing any of that? If anybody in your normal life wore anything of those outfits, you would make fun of them immediately.
We are very fashionable nerds, but I can't just.
Yeah, no.
So we're talking about fashion, and we did just get a new picture from James Gunn with the new Superman suit. I am a huge fan of it. He's got the red tights. He's got a collar. The look looks great. The background, it's all in camera. Of course, fans are divided and they're already complaining like, why is Superman not saving the world behind him? He's putting on his boots very slowly. You guys need to calm down and just enjoy how cool the suit looks. I know some people are even comparing it to the Guardians outfits from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Guys, that's just... You're going to automatically think of that anyways. Please just enjoy how cool this suit is.
I believe my exact response was,
You're But you also hate DC.
No, I like James Gunn. I've said that multiple times. I think that this was supposed to light a fire under my butt. I just don't care. Like, it just wasn't enough.
Okay.
He has red underpants. Cool.
Yeah, he does. Well, Bryan, let's see if this lights up the dad fire in you. I don't know. There's a Despicable Me 4 trailer out. What are your thoughts on that series, including the Minions, the ride at Universal, and the little bananas at the cafe? Any thoughts on?
I liked the first film. I liked the second film. I'm not sure I've seen anything in the Minions franchise. I did not wear a tux to the movie theater. I think the ride's a waste of time. I don't know anything about the bananas you're talking about. I think the Minions are funny. I actually haven't seen the trailer. The only thing I've seen was Nikola Jokic in the NBA playoffs dressing up as Gru and the commercial of the Minions following him around, which is very, very funny.
Yep, there's a little baby in it. It's pretty cute. Not as cute as Jack Jack. The ride is a waste of time. Good call there. And the little bananas come with one of the entrees at the cafe there. But the movie's going to make $1 billion because, God, look up how much the Minions movie made. It's a gold mine.
Yeah, no. There's a reason they're still making them.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of movies that they are still making, we are getting a new Planet of the Apes movie this month. Bryan, are you a fan? Have you even seen any of the originals? Do you like the newer ones? And why is Ed the favorite one of your chimpanzee meets baseball movies?
Talking about frozen bananas. I like I've seen the franchise. I don't think about it forever, but this movie's getting extremely positive reviews. I'm not going to rush to the theater to see it, but will I see it? Absolutely. I think it'll be good. The motion capture seems to be getting better and better. They've also said that whenever this does get its home release or Disney Plus release, that it's going to have a motion capture version that you can see what it looked like before they added the apes into Planet of the Apes, and you can see that, and it's going to come along with a commentary. That's going to be really interesting to see.
I can't wait. I'm doing a rewatch right now. That's going to be a really great way to watch it. So I like when they do things like that. Same with Indiana Jones and the score-only version. Bryan, you brought up the Minions preview, WNBA. Are you watching the NBA or the NHL playoffs, and how are they going for you?
I'm super locked into the NHL playoffs. Colorado Avalanche are currently in game 1 of round 2 against the Stars, down 2-0 as we speak. I think they'll be fine. What's really surprising is that the Denver Nuggets are getting absolutely rolled by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Everything else going pretty much as expected. Knicks fans are annoying, but it's also kind of fun.
I was sad the Magic lost. They had that game and they blew it. And then I was kind of sad that the Toronto Maple Leafs lost. But I guess for you, I'm going for the Avalanche.
I appreciate that.
Anything for you, buddy.
Yeah,
basketball-wise,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if I'm going for basketball-wise.
Yeah, the Timberwolves are loaded, man. Anthony Edwards seems to be for real.
I can't believe the Bucks went out so quickly.
I'm going to pick the Avs in the Western Conference. I think I'm going to pick the Rangers in the Eastern Conference. Friend of the show, Ryan, it'd be Rangers Avs in the final, and I would be very angry at him.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Good call. In sad news, we did lose Bernard Hill. He was the captain of the Titanic. He was the king in Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. He was also a very snarky doctor in Ghost in the Darkness. And he was also a very funny dad in Wimbledon. Bryan, how many of those movies have you seen?
I've seen Wimbledon.
You have seen Wimbledon?
Yeah, I also faded down the music. I feel like it's not appropriate for discussing this.
Oh, yeah, good call, good call.
I've seen
Ghost in the
Wimbledon.
Darkness.
That's the Kirsten Dunst one, right? Wimbledon?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's why
One of the conspiracy of the spider ladies in a tennis movie.
I wouldn't call it a conspiracy. I've seen Wimbledon. I've seen Titanic, and obviously I've seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So, I mean... I love him. The thing I think about him most when I think of Bernard Hill, I think specifically as the captain in Titanic. But I mean, at this point, R.I.P. Hail to the victorious dead.
Yep, he's got great works that will live on for a long time. So, cheers.
No easy way to do that.
No, there isn't. That's fine. We're gonna tune things up, turn things up, in only the best way we can, and that's with Keanu Reeves. If anyone's gonna cheer us up, it's the Keanu Reeves. Him and Sandra Bullock were talking about how they would love to work together again. They didn't care if they were in wheelchairs or whatever, but they have brought up Speed 3. Brian,
Isn't there already a Speed 3?
No.
Oh.
Brian, does Speed 1 hold up? Have you even seen Speed 2 with Willem Dafoe?
Cruise Control, baby.
Yep. And would you watch Speed 3 with Keanu and Sandra Bullock?
I love Speed. Absolutely love Speed. Speed 2
he means
is
the movie.
Speed
he
2
means
is
the movie, everyone.
I love Speed. Speed 2 Cruise Control is horrendously bad. That's what makes it amazing. I would watch Speed 3 100%. Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, give it to me.
Honestly,
inject that speed into my veins. Is that better?
Get them into another romantic comedy. The House on the Lake, or The Lake House. Is that even a romantic comedy? I don't know. Get them in something romantic. I'll be there in a second. But yes, also Speed 3. Speaking of a romantic teaming up, Deadpool and Wolverine, we are getting more and more pictures, teasers, commercials, trailers. I mean, there's no way, I think, to get more excited. I did enjoy the Paul Rudd. Oh, Paul Rudd's finally aging joke. We did see the Deadpool dog. Brian, do you have any more revelations that you feel like us nerds should know?
Dogpool. He is the dog that won the ugliest dog in Great Britain. He really looks like Wade Wilson, the dog. Very funny. This movie, I am so psyched up for it. Everything keeps coming out about the post-credit scene specifically. There's a lot going around that both Brie Larson and Tatiana Maslany were cut. Don't listen to everything you hear on the internet. I'm not sure that that's true. It's been reported in a bunch of different places, but nothing super reliable. So it's possible that it's true, but also just don't believe everything you read on the internet. But this movie is going to be an absolute monster, and I can't wait for it.
Yes, Brian and I will be there opening day.
I might be in Florida. We might have to go together.
Oh my God. Brian, you brought up Florida. The MLB and all over their jersey wisdom is coming out with City Connect jerseys. And we're going to talk about here in Florida, the Tampa Bay Rays coming out with theirs. You got a Ray that is skateboarding. You got a pink flamingo and palm trees that represent that area's baseball history. You have the skateboard. I really want to know how many people knew about Tampa's really big skateboard influence, that they did the baseball jerseys after it. Am I still fired up that the Rays have not decided to move to Tampa and they're sticking in St. Pete for now? Yes. But anyways, Brian, what do you think of the Tampa Bay Rays?
The skateboarding Ray, I don't understand it. I live near Tampa, didn't know anything about the skateboarding. I think the jersey is fine. I'm just glad they're using an actual Devil Ray again and not feeding me this crap that the Rays are a ray of sunshine and not the whole, hey, we have a tank of Stingrays in our center field and we're still not going to pretend like we're Rays here.
Thank you. Thank you. But Brian, that's not it. The Detroit Tigers got in on the action, and their hats simply say Detroit, and they have a license plate on the side with the year they were created, as well as their World Series wins. You have the tire streaks on the jersey, but of course they went with dark colors, just like the other jerseys, and there's a road sign on it for a famous highway. How are you feeling about Detroit's? I think it's one of the bottom.
The jersey says Motor City, which is kind of cool, but it just doesn't seem to have enough actual cool details. There is another City Connect team that has all their World Series printed on their hat as well. It's the Colorado Rockies. 0.
I'm just going to spend the rest of the minute laughing at how good that was. I did not know where that was going. Okay, last topic on the City Connect jerseys. Brian, are you okay with a lot of the recent ones being darker colors? Do you wish they would brighten things up? How are you feeling about them overall?
I saw the Pittsburgh Pirates ones in action last week. They came out last year, the yellow. I like the yellow a lot. I like the brighter colors a little bit. But the Rays ones grew on me. I didn't love them when I first saw them. I think the Mets ones with the purple outline are absolutely terrible. But a lot of other people like them. feels like they were going for Yankees, and it just didn't work for me. But I think the City Connect overall, my favorite one will and always be, I love the Taco Bell ones that the Padres did, but I love that cherry red that the Marlins did. So I prefer the brighter ones. I wish they had a little more bright ones.
Yeah, the Red Sox ones took a long time to grow on me, but they are there. I'm loving the yellow.
Yeah, the Rockies ones are like the green, like license plate thing. Again, going back to kind of Detroit a little bit, it just doesn't work for me, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, listeners, I've run out of topics. We did our rapid fire drills. This is going to be where I give Bryan, if you've thought about any topics you would like to do a quick rundown of.
Watch X-Men 97 on Disney Plus. Absolutely fantastic. One episode to go after you're hearing this on Friday. Let's see. Godzilla -1 should be hitting Amazon Prime this week as well. So that's coming. Watch Godzilla -1. Other than that, Marvel Studios said that they are coming out with 3 movies and 2 series per year. That's an about figure, but we think then we know what our series are going to be for the foreseeable future with Agatha later this year, and then next year probably Ironheart and Wonder Man maybe, and then something else in early 26, but we know the movies are coming out next year as well. I'm good with quality over quantity. Makes me happy. Acolyte comes out soon. Star Wars will get back in the theaters next year. Disney's content strategy seems to be getting back to where it needs to be.
Agreed. No complaints here from any of that. Bryan, how do you feel that went? I feel like I need a stretch.
I'm actually pretty happy with how it went.
That was a really good zinger with the Rockies. I feel like I felt a little bad laughing at it, but
listen, man, they trailed 31 consecutive games to start the season. At some point, they were losing in every single game. The one game it didn't happen was the game I was at in attendance.
Oh, I mean, your Broncos just signed some quarterbacks.
Yeah, Zach Wilson and Bo Nix just put me out of my misery.
Well, Bryan, that we can do for you. That concludes this episode of United We Fan Lite. We thank you, fans, for uniting with us. For those listeners who want to get in touch with the show, please do so. Bryan, let our listeners know how to do so.
You can follow us on Instagram at United We Fan Podcast. Shoot us a message there. We can get you the link to the Discord. Come talk Disney with us. Come talk anything with us. We're talking sports. We're talking movies. We're talking all kinds of stuff. Again, we're talking all kinds of random Rushmores, too. Check out Diz Life Podcast, where we ranked the Disney soundtracks. Lots of fun stuff happening on the Chip and Company Podcast Network.
Yes, follow us on Discord as well. You can be like Patrick, who gave us the random Rushmore for this episode. We thank you for listening, Patrick, and for playing along. Thank you again, and listen to us wherever you check out your podcast. Till we unite again, fans. Bryan, I'm going to say when we get invited to the Met Gala, I think we should go something blockbuster themed. What do you think?
Be kind. Rewind.
Spears shall be shaken. Shields shall be splintered. A sword day. A red day.
Is Disney World home to you? Realtor Victor Naraki can help make it a reality. Realtor Victor Naraki specializes in making your Disney home dreams come true. Second homes, investment homes, retirement, relocation. With Victor's input, he will show you the home opportunities that you don't get to see as a tourist. Imagine being at the park in minutes, walking around the World Showcase for daily exercise, watching the fireworks in your own backyard, or having Disney Springs as your local mall. Have you ever heard of Windermere, Winter Garden, Horizon West, Dr. Phillips, Claremont, Lake Nona, or Disney's own Celebration and Golden Oak? Victor will introduce you to these communities, which are just minutes to the magic. Stop imagining a Disney life and start living your dream today. Call Victor at 407-340-9375. And don't forget to mention that you heard all about Victor here on the Chip and Company Podcast Network. Head over to celebratingflorida.com and start living your magical life today.